Greetings, friends. I am here with Dr. Gerry Farris, and he is a doctor of integrative medicine. And we're going to talk today about how a doctor like himself can help you. So, Dr. Gerry Farris, welcome.
Thanks, Mike. So first of all, most people don't even understand what a doctor of integrative medicine is. And so let me just talk to you about that. All of us were trained in what we call allopathic medicine. You go to 4 years of med school and you do some type of residency. And you learn to treat disease. And years and years of treating disease, we find that most disease can be prevented. But we don't do a great job of disease prevention. And my years of trying to be an athlete and try to stay healthy and getting into this whole idea made me pursue this idea of integrative medicine, which is really all about is how do we make you healthy? I mean, how do we put you in the best physical, mental, emotional condition so that we can help mitigate disease such as diabetes or hypertension or heart disease or even cancer. We really want to take this proactive approach, because if we can keep you healthy, I can really make you not only feel well, but I can keep you from really developing what we call the diseases of affluence. What has really become of paramount importance is, I hear for years and years, people are really not scared of heart disease. But you know what they're scared of? Dementia, Alzheimer's. And my studies really became fascinating about, we spend all this money taking care of our body, but we spend very little bit taking care of our brain. And this has really propelled me on this journey of, we really need to be healthy. People are going to hear eventually there's something that is called type 3 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes was that diabetes in which you had it as a child. Type 2 was you acquired it as an adult. Now we're acquiring it as early as a teenager. And type 3 is dementia. And people, that's a scary thing. I mean, we're losing the focus of being healthy. We're losing the focus of trying to feel good and trying to we just we're just going to go out and live, and whatever happens, happens. So that's the basis. Integrative medicine is we're going to be focused on making you healthy. We're going to look at all current therapies, including supplements, exercise, meditation, all the things that we find that are beneficial to your health. And when we talk about your health, it's not just heart and lungs, it's mind, it's spirit, it's this whole encompassing thing. So an integrative doctor will look at people differently. I'm no longer looking at you to put your lab values in a range. I'm trying to optimize what those are. I'm trying to look at different ways to make you healthy that maybe nobody else has looked at. I met Mike because we had this interest in really, he's a farmer, and I'm so passionate about local crops and things, and this whole idea is that we need to support these people to make, we're just losing it. We're kind of going down a bad pathway, and then people say, well, I just don't feel good. That's the complaint you hear from most people. Well, I don't feel good. What I do is I try to focus in on, why don't you feel good? What can we do about that? Now, part of what I do, one person has to be invested in their health, okay? Because what we're talking about, being healthy, is proactive. It takes work. It takes passion on your part. It takes commitment. Because we're not asking you to get up and run a marathon. We are asking you to do some physical activity. We are asking you to try to eat right. We are asking you to try to make sure you're getting sleep and de-stress and do all these things that are really beneficial to your health. So again, it's just the new way of looking at medicine. As we say and what we've been trained about, we are practicing the medicine of tomorrow today.
That's great. One of the things that I have noticed, and it's actually a pet peeve of mine, is how people take their health for granted, but then when they actually do go to the doctor, that the doctor is not necessarily trained in nutrition. So a lot of people will put their traditional doctors on these pedestals, and they'll take whatever pill that they think will get them fixed quickly and the easiest way. And health is really more than just taking a pill a lot of times, of forcing some kind of poison a lot of times down people's throat. That health is really a lifestyle. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. And I mean, it's, Hippocrates is one of the people that said that let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. What ends up happening is, because a lot of people don't know there's another pathway, the default is give you more medicine. So now we're really starting to see the plant research and the seed research, and things are really coming of age that, we can heal you with food. We can heal you with nutrition. Let the body do what the body should do.
I totally agree with that. And that was one of the reasons why I got into farming to begin with. For those of you who've watched our vlog on a regular basis, you know that I have a background in fitness and I used to do bodybuilding. But then as I began to go more and more down the hole of trying to get the wormhole of trying to be healthier, and I started having kids, I wanted to provide them with the best food possible. And the best way that I knew how to do that was actually to grow it myself. So if you're not able to grow food yourself, make sure you kind of connect with another farmer, a farmer that you can buy from and that you can get wholesome produce and eat real food. A lot of people just eat junk. They eat these processed foods that do not contribute to their health. They're going to these fast food restaurants and their diet is just terrible. Do you kind of help some of your clients with diet and helping them to go choosing a better lifestyle from that perspective?
The answer is yes.
Okay.
I mean, I am not a certified nutritionist. I have probably 50 hours of nutrition courses though. And what we have found is this farm to fork idea that we really need to support the local farmer. I can remember when they first came up with the incubator and what a fabulous idea that was, because what ends up happening is you're getting vegetables and fruit and things raised many states over. I mean, look at your apples are coated in wax. I mean, look at some of the vegetables you get there. They're done in such large quantities that they are forced to be placed in preservatives and certain byproducts and fertilizers that all end up being toxic to the body, so that we can raise high yields. And so what you're seeing now is these high yields with poor nutritional value, where the local guy is doing lower yields with high nutritional value. There's some studies out there that are really scary that say that when your grandfather ate an apple, the nutritional value of that apple today is maybe 1/3 or worse, because we don't work the soil over. We're losing some of the nitrogen. We're losing, and then we continue to put in all these artificial fertilizers, which end up being toxic.
Yes. One of the things that I do want to ask you, if someone who is kind of at a place in their life with their health and they're not getting the answers that they want from their traditional doctor, how would you encourage those people? Because there's people who are watching who are all over the country and even other countries. How would you suggest to them to go about finding a doctor like you that could help them out?
Again, there's a national, one of the organizations I belong to is called A4M, and A4M has all their board certified doctors on that, so that is certainly one way. Again, look for someone who's either integrative medicine trained or functional medicine trained. Because we went through some additional training to really understand this kind of root cause disease process. So we're out there, but you have to look for us. Okay.
And as far as the ideal clients or the typical clients that you all see on a typical basis, who all do you see? Anybody and everybody, whether it's diabetes, whether it be just high blood pressure, thyroid problems? What type of people do you see?
I mean, I really see anything that a normal allopathic doctor. I try not to see anybody 18 and below,
okay.
Again, but I take care of people who are high-end athletes to people who are just frustrated that I'm not getting the answers, I'm just not feeling well. some of the things I do. I mean, I do hormonal therapy. I do nutritional therapy. I try to help you with your gut. If you want to increase, your ability to think, I mean, there's what are called nootropics. I mean, we look at all of these things that are out there. I look at it through a scientific eye, because there's just a lot of noise out there. And the difficulty, the internet is trying to filter through the noise.
Thank you. For those of you who live in the Charlotte area, you're Concord, Kannapolis, Harrisburg, or even Lake Norman, Davidson, and you would like to come see Dr. Farris, or you want to travel even further, we'll make sure that we'll provide his information in the show notes below. That's it for this segment. See you next time.